We're the Tuccinardi brothers, and we're here in our Corona facility of TMI, and we're here to tell you our story. We were starting to do the door panels in the garage. So it would have been end of '82, we started doing that.
We would have a kitchen timer. We'd turn it to 5 minutes, and then when that went off, we'd put it back, put it up, pull it out, and put the next one in.
Good morning, Southern California. You're listening to J-Bugs Radio. As always, there's traffic on the 405 and the 110, but it is a beautiful 82 degrees here along the coast. So grab your board, hop in your Volkswagen, and head on down to the beach.
Back in the 70s and 80s,
At that time, there were Volkswagens everywhere.
you could trick them out, you could do them yourself, and there were no rules.
Volkswagen just kind of fell into our laps. There was this Volkswagen parked down the street from his house. It had tickets on there. She told us, if you want the car, you just take care of the tickets and it's yours.
The brothers really got us into the VW scene.
We fixed up that car. We had sold it. That was the first headliner I did in the car my dad did with me.
Everything I learned was from my dad. He came to this country in 1922. We opened up a furniture store on Broadway.
My grandfather supported their family with just a small place doing upholstery work.
That time in 1972, I would go to my dad's, we used to call it the store, where he did his manufacturing.
So as we got older, I was the first one to go actually start working there.
From that point, when I'm working at the engine department, if I saw somebody that needed a headliner, I said, hey, I can do that for $100 for you.
I made up a flyer.
They combined their names to make the first name J-Bugs. They did really cool, clean, high quality. Those bugs look like brand new.
They didn't make the rear quarter panels for the convertible. So at my dad's place, they had a press. At the time he was working there, so he knew the press, he knew what to do. So what we did is we made some door panels there, front and rear door panels for the convertible. So we knew Johnny Speed and Chrome sold them the door panels even before we even had the press.
We were starting to do the door panels in the garage.
Some of the neighbors complained. I think they complained to the city.
As soon as we moved out of the garage, we just went from bug door panels to every model.
We need a larger location.
And it became our first J-Bug store.
We had our store, 2,500 square foot building, and we said we need to expand this. We need to get another place to move. We had to get our store ready to open up and get it prepped, and we had a grand opening there in 1987. That gave us the ability to have a showroom in the front for our store and about 10,000 square feet of manufacturing in the back.
So to this day, we still have our store in Hawthorne selling Volkswagen parts. So this building we're in right now was completely burnt to the ground. Across the driveway was our other building. When we rebuilt it, we ended up expanding into that building with more sewing machines.
We used to go to the SEMA show. They were putting a lot of the graphics on the sides of the cars, the mini trucks.
And the 80s came and it hit us painters like, wow. You know, I saw a rendering of Steve Stanford's one time where he did a graphic and it was like a very sharp heartbeat. And I took it into where it was more of a neon tube or like toothpaste coming out.
We decided we need to do that on our door panels, so we started getting neon. We got all kinds of different colors. That was the first time we went to the SEMA show once we got those developed.
When we changed our name to TMI Products, then the manufacturing was TMI Product and the store was J-Bugs. That was kind of the second big car we went into was Mustang.
Ford licensing to be able to put the Pony logo right on the back of the seat to replicate that OEM style.
We were moving our manufacturing from Hawthorne to Corona in 1994.
We need a CD changer cover for the CD changer that's in the back of the car and start showing this at the CES show as the glove. But it just launched us all into a new marketplace.
So that was our real first experience with OEM. Visual Logic came around 2002.
So we built a flip down called Backseat Theater. Cassette player under the seat up to that.
Back in the 90s, If you had a VHS player in your car, your truck, or your SUV, that was a pretty big deal. You started to see headrest monitors that would pop up in SUVs, pickup trucks.
And we'd watch videos on our way on vacation.
Fast forward a couple years, Gene came up with the idea to put a tablet in the headrest.
Upgrade to TMI Products with a full line of seat upholstery, door panels, and center consoles, covering Camaros, Chevelles, Ford Mustangs, and air-cooled Volkswagen.
And we take all those lessons learned from OEMs, and now we apply that with everything else we're doing. Anything we do, from foam, fiberglass, to the cut and sew, we always try to master that.
We have a welding shop. We make the seat frame. We pour our own foam.
Molded foam for our headrest.
And we did contract foam molding for other companies. Put in automated cutting machines.
Trying to bridge the artisan to the engineering point where we can do repeatability. It's still sewn together old school.
Getting more into digitizing.
Then we scan it from that point so we can do full door panels and see it before we actually go to a tool.
So it's easy to make a one-off product, but the problem is make it production friendly.
When we create new styles, as we roll them out to all the different year breaks, those are all different independent products. Our R&D team has to satisfy marketing. They're the ones who are the ears of the customer.
What is our customer base doing? Truly the trendsetters.
They've always tried to expand what was popular and what was trending.
Here in 2016, they had just launched the truck line.
When we started doing the fiberglass for Mustang consoles, and then it grew into the truck market.
A dash pad, matching door panels, a trunk kit, new carpet kit, all these things in one place.
Started selling direct and custom because that's just the way the business was moving. On the shelf, turn into three-toned contrast stitch, grommets.
The grommets were a hot thing. Sending out swatches, sending out colors.
Style it how you want, stitch it how you want, and make it your own.
I think it was recently 683 different raw materials, whether it's plaid, cloth, vinyls.
Giving our customers what they want, from color choices to designs.
Have a customer customize their interior in almost any way they want.
So we've never had to duplicate something. We can pick different colors, different stitch patterns, different inserts to come up with a really cool interior without duplicating something we've done in the past.
And have it made and shipped to your door and installed it over a weekend? Who does that?
When the C10 trucks started getting more popular, everything that we did was 100% custom. There was nothing that was just ready to bolt into a truck.
Your Fox body Mustang, your late model, and then you're into GM, Camaro, Chevelle, and
we came to TMI, started looking at some of the options there, and the bolsters and the seats, they really hug you. That is a huge benefit.
To help keep them planted firmly behind the steering wheel. And
wanted to drive it from California to Las Vegas to go race in Las Vegas, I can do that comfortably and quickly and feel like I'm driving a modern car.
If you've ever sat in a casino, you're sitting in foam that was shot in this building.
Some of our contract foam suppliers, office chair companies, were moving to Mexico. And if we were going to continue to supply them from Corona, it wasn't going to work.
Not everything is going to work, so you constantly have to be looking for that next thing. By also expanding into Rosarito, it enabled us to say, okay, where can we put our focus here in Corona? Today we have a president of our company. His name is Malik Tawil, and he is helping us set this up for multi-generational things.
My dad and the brothers, they wanted us to grow up in this business. That's something that they always dreamed of.
Family was always a first thing.
We had to work from the bottom all the way up.
It's ironic because we would also take inventory, and now I'm inventory control, so it's kind of like penance for messing up inventory back then and having it now.
Moving from marketing to planning has really helped me do that. It's helped me see the company from a different perspective.
And then they try to step back and clean it up with documentation and support, creating process.
Process we create has to be documented.
So we can grow to that next level.
Stay humble, talk to the people, get to know it, and that will be their success.
To be able to work together and find the common goal, common path, to make it multi-generation so it'll carry on and on.
Not only do we want a multi-generational company, we have hundreds of employees that work here, and
they've all contributed to our success, Julio works on the door panels, same area that he's always been working at for the last 40 years.
And they're key to the growth also.